How Takaichi's landslide win rattles Beijing on three fronts. Commentary. Japan's House of Representatives snap election on February 8 delivered a stunning victory for Sanai Takaichi. Her Liberal Democratic Party alone won 316 of 465 seats, a post-war first for a single party to hold a two-thirds majority. This marks a turning point for Takaichi's career and Japanese politics. Meanwhile, the Chinese Communist Party, which has been scheming to undermine her, takes a major hit and faces setbacks in three scenarios. Takaichi's clout in the LDP and Japanese politics skyrockets. The 2023 political fundraising scandal hammered the LDP, leaving it short of majorities in both houses. Takaichi gambled big on this snap election. As a non-factional prime minister, she traveled 12,480 kilometers in 12 days, stumping for colleagues and turning her high approval ratings into seats. The LDP surged from 198 to 316 seats, a gain of 118. This places Takaichi at the peak of her power within the LDP, enabling her to bolster prime ministerial authority, advance her agenda, and even overhaul the party, potentially reshaping Japan's political landscape for good. The vote redrew Japan's political map, wiping out 70% of opposition seats. The Komeito Party ditched the coalition and teamed up with the Constitutional Democratic Party, which has ties to Beijing, to form a centrist reform alliance, only to crash from 167 to 49 seats. Big names like 19-time winner Ichiro Ozawa and former Democratic Party Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Katsuya Okada were ousted. As Shingo Yamagami, former Japanese ambassador to Australia, opined, threatened by China, Japan's voters choose to stand tall. Takaichi and Trump's power duo. The U.S. Japan alliance is the bedrock of Japan's security and diplomacy. Shinzo Abe, the now-deceased former Japanese prime minister, forged a close relationship with Donald Trump and secured strong U.S. presidential support for his pro-Taiwan, anti-Chinese Communist Party stance after his 2016 win. Takaichi wasted no time. She became prime minister on October 21, 2025. 6 days later, Trump visited, and they hit it off. Trump said, "On behalf of our country, I want to just let you know anytime you have any questions, any doubt, anything you want, any favors you need, anything I can do to help Japan, we will be there. We are an ally at the strongest level." When Beijing pressured Takaichi about her remarks during a November 7 parliamentary session, where she said a Chinese attack on Taiwan could pose a survival-threatening risk for Japan, Trump contacted Xi on November 24 and then called her. Takaichi told the Japan Times the following day, President Trump stated that he and I are extremely close friends and that he would like me to call him anytime. Ahead of the February 8 election, Trump posted on Truth Social, "It is my honor to give a complete and total endorsement of her and what her highly respected coalition is representing." Trump congratulated Takaichi on her victory, posting on social media, "I wish you great success in passing your conservative, peace through strength agenda. The wonderful people of Japan, who voted with such enthusiasm, will always have my strong support." Trump's term runs until January 20, 2029. Unless unexpected events occur, Takaichi is likely to maintain her position through the 2028 upper house election, at least more than 2 years of her and Trump deepening the alliance and countering CCP threats to Taiwan. Perhaps the days are gone when Japanese leaders changed so often that Washington stopped taking any prime minister seriously because their tenure was so short. Having Takaichi in office for the long term helps stabilize the situation. Japan will ramp up military power, teaming with U.S. to deter CCP. Post-war Japan reinvented itself, becoming the world's second-largest economy by 1968, a position it held until China overtook it in 2010. Now China boasts that its GDP is over 4 times Japan's. As to China's military strength, China expert Akio Yaida estimates that China's military budget is at least 4 times bigger than that of Japan. And the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute claims that China has the world's 3rd largest nuclear arsenal. China touts that it has 3 carriers and 3,000 missiles as of 2025. The CCP is seen as a major threat to peace in the Indo-Pacific. On July 30, 2021, she introduced the centenary goal of army building by 2027. The United States and other Western countries view this as the CCP's plan to develop the capability to seize Taiwan by that year. In March 2021, U.S. Admiral Phil Davidson warned Congress that China was building a military capable of rivaling the United States and could target Taiwan in 2027. This prompted Washington to revamp its Indo-Pacific defense strategies to enhance anti-invasion preparedness. As a U.S. military ally, Japan cannot remain on the sidelines in a conflict over Taiwan. In December 2022, Fumio Kishida's government approved 3 major national security measures, calling China an unprecedented and largest strategic challenge, doubling defense expenditure to 2% of GDP by 2027, and acquiring counterstrike capabilities. With the CCP's Taiwan blockade drills now routine and U.S. China military jostling intensifying, Takaichi ordered another security document revamp right after taking office in October. The Japan News reported on January 11, citing government sources, that the government intends to include strengthening defense capabilities in the Pacific Ocean as a key element in the 3 security documents scheduled for revision this year. In her book titled Kokuryoku Kenkyu, Takaichi questioned the 3rd principle of Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles: not to possess, produce, or permit the introduction of nuclear weapons in Japan. She argued that in a security crisis, rigid adherence to the no introduction principle could be unrealistic if Japan expects the United States to provide credible extended nuclear deterrence. This election gives Takaichi a mandate. Japan's military speed-up is a reality Beijing must face. Conclusion. The 21st century has seen 2 long-term cabinets in Japan, Koizumi Junichiro and Shinzo Abe. Takaichi could create a 3rd. In a post-win interview, she said, "I will stake my position as Prime Minister on the election results." The Prime Minister also stated after the election, "Strengthening and enriching the Japanese archipelago marks the beginning of a very heavy responsibility. I feel a renewed sense of resolve." Expect big changes under Takaichi. Beijing's panic is unmistakable and cannot be concealed.